Hey everybody, so it's time for our next top 10 video. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 favorite TV shows that came out in 2023. So let's hop into it. All right, so I didn't do the math on how many TV shows I watched, but I think it was over 20. And I'm honestly making a gamble by talking about number 10 because I haven't seen all of it yet. But what I've seen has been great. So that's going to be What If Season 2. The 4 episodes I've seen have been absolutely just super, super enjoyable. And just from what I've seen, the buzz on the internet is that it doesn't seem to stop. It just stays very consistently good. So I'm excited to finish it. So I felt pretty confident just putting it on there. What I had at the number 10 spot was Ted Lasso Season 3, and it got bumped down. I mean, I love Ted Lasso, but I definitely think the third season it it tried doing more than it should have, I think. So it didn't work as well for me as the first two. Number 9, The Bad Batch Season 2. I watched both seasons of The Bad Batch this year. No, I didn't. I watched The Bad Batch after I watched Clone Wars. I guess I just waited a while to watch Season 2. I watched Star Wars Rebels, and also Ahsoka came out, and I was just in the Star Wars mood. So I'm like, now's a good time to watch Season 2 of Bad Batch if I'm going to do it. And it was really good. I remember thinking the first season was pretty much okay, but I thought season 2 was pretty dang good. I'm not gonna give out any spoilers on here, but something happens that I'm kind of upset about. I'm not gonna say what it was, but I guess we'll find out in season 3. That brings it to number 8. Stay in the Star Wars realm. Ahsoka. It was pretty good. I liked Ahsoka quite a bit. Um, it's basically season 5 of Rebels, right? But that's kind of the problem. It's Ahsoka's show, and I feel like Ahsoka is like not the main character. It should have been called Ahsoka and Sabine, or it should have been called Sabine, or it should have been just like a different name. Because like Ahsoka gets you hype and everything. Like she's like I guess maybe the main character, but I feel like she's always just there. I just wish for a show called Ahsoka we focus more on Ahsoka. That's all I'm trying to say. But all the Rebel stuff is awesome, especially if you're a Rebels fan. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I really did. Having Thrawn come to life was cool. Going to the different solar system or different galaxy, whatever they're called, it's cool. So, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I mean, it made my top 10 list. I really enjoyed it. Number 7, Poker Face, which was a Peacock original, written by Ryan Johnson. Knives Out, The Last Jedi, that guy. It follows one character who she's like going around the world, and she kind of becomes like a private investigator. Not really. She always just ends up falling into these situations where people are dead. And what she has like this she calls like a BS detector where she can just call BS, and she does, and it's really funny. But I mean, it's great. Every episode's like around an hour long. Like I said, she's like kind of going around the world, so they're all set at different spots. Other famous actors that show up. Jordan, not Jordan. What's his name? Gordon Joseph Levitt, Nick Nolte, Lil Rel, Adrian Brody, Ron Perlman. Like, yeah, there's some cool people show up, and it's really well directed. Actually, I think it was Columbo that would always like show the murder happen. Like, you watch the murder first, and then like you try and figure out who it is. But this kind of is like that. It does that kind of thing, and it's really cool, and I really enjoyed it. The only thing I just wish it wasn't vulgar. It's one of those shows that was like rated TVMA only for swearing, I think. I don't remember something excessively bloody in it, unless I'm just blanking. Number 6, Only Murders in the Building, Season 3. This season was such a step up from the last season. The first season's great, the second season's okay, but this season rivals the first season, in my opinion. Like, this one was set, like, I guess the murders still technically happened in the building, but it was more set, like, at a theater. And so like you're seeing new sets. Meryl Streep is in it. Paul Rudd's in it. There is a musical number at some point. There's a few musical numbers actually. Selena Gomez has one, and Steve Martin had one for sure. I can't remember if Martin Short had one or not. They blend the suspense, the comedy, the chemistry between the three. Obviously awesome, and just anything with Paul Rudd in it, it's great. Just about. I always love Paul Rudd. It's another one though that it's just vulgar just to be vulgar for no reason. All right, we've reached top five, and number five is Shrinking, season one. Loved it. It's from the same creators as Ted Lasso, same writers, I think. It's Jason Segel, Harrison Ford, and they're shrinks, but he himself is just going through so much crap in his life that he's having to um like he's depressed, he's mad, and he's taking out on his clients, and he's like trying to fix himself. And then Harrison Ford plays like a shrink too, but he's like this more like he's like tell you how it is kind, you know what it is. And man, it was such just a I don't know what the word is. Funny, emotional, raw. Uh, I don't know. It was just all of it, and it was so good. It was so good. It's a feel good show, but it's also like an emotional show and a show that gives you a little bit of anxiety, but it's also a comfort show. Like I don't know how to explain all that, but it's one of those. And, like if you've seen Ted Lasso, you know what I mean. Number four. This is where it got really, really hard for me. The top four, I love all of them so much. But number four, High School Musical, the musical, the series, season four. And the main reason is because I've just watched the whole show, and the fact that it actually got an ending instead of being canceled was like, like I said, like I felt like I've gone on this journey with these kids through their high school career, and I thought they did such a good way of wrapping it up, and I thought the music in this season was just like so good, and yeah, it was awesome. It was good to see, like I said, just actually see it end. You know, it's always a bittersweet when a show ends, but if it ends good and like it doesn't get canceled, oh, so much better. Now, if I'm going to say all the same stuff about the next show, so I'm just going to tell you what number three is. Also, is Never Have I Ever season four. Same thing. I've been watching the show since it came out. These kids, watching them through their high school career, and it's like it's just one of those things where you feel like you really know them, and when the show and it's also it ended instead of being canceled. It's just like those are the two hardest ones. But I based the reason I put Never Have I Ever in front of High School Musical was because I feel like I feel like I finished it faster. You know what I mean? High School Musical. I think maybe the episodes might even be longer. But also, I feel like I watched like maybe like one, maybe two every day, every night or whatever. But Never Have I Ever. I remember taking like a Saturday, like almost like the second half of that Saturday, and just like watching that show, like dun, 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 like I couldn't turn it off. So just based off how fast I watched it, I gave Never Have I Ever third slot. Number dos. I actually just watched this. Twisted Metal. So like it's really fresh on my mind, but it was so good. It was really good. Anthony Mackie, he's the main character. Thomas Hayden Church is the villain. Will Arnett, oh my gosh, Will Arnett's the clown. So freaking good. Oh, he was so perfect. He's the voice of the clown. I don't know the name of the guy doing like the actual person on set body. And I know the chick is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I haven't seen that show, so I don't know her. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing. Like something really bad went wrong with the world, and Seattle, New Seattle, I think, is where it's like safe. There's a wall where all the rich people live, and like everywhere else, it's like you're having to defend for yourself. So everyone has like cars that have like they're like all modded out and everything, and so you get some pretty cool stuff like that. It's really funny. It's really vulgar too, though. The visuals, even like it looks really pretty. Like every time Sweet Tooth was in an episode, it was automatically one of my favorites. And I've already ordered the Sweet Tooth G Fuel. It's on its way, boys. I think it's a very rewatchable show, and we got a season 2 on the way. Can't wait. I'm sure you can guess what number 1 is, but I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm just gonna tell you right now. It's Loki. It's Loki season 2. Nothing topped it. Oh man, this show is so good. Man, it's just everything you love about the first season and more. You have just so much cool stuff. You got the time slipping. You have Victor Timely. The stuff that goes on at the end with the multiverse. Like, holy crap. It just felt so nice to feel that about an MCU movie or an MCU project again. To just feel like I absolutely 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 stars, love this. And it's one of the things that's like, I'm going to defend. If you find some crap to talk about it, I'm going to defend it. You know? Like, it's one of those things like, don't come around me and talk crap about Loki season 2. I mean, some of y'all might in the comments, but guess what?
We do not care.
You can't tell me it's bad. Like, you can't convince me. Hiddleston gave such a great performance. Oh, Wilson gave a great performance. Um, Controversial or not, Jonathan Majors, his performance as Timely is amazing. If I could do without anything in Loki season 2, it would be the Miss Minutes thing. Like, okay, what did this add to the show? Not a lot, other than just like motive for her to help Renslayer, I guess. And I feel like it's setting up Secret Wars. It's, I mean, I know in the trailer for What If, his little tree thing shows up. So I mean, I feel like it just sets up Loki to be in the future of the MCU so much more, and I just love that show. So let me know what your top 10 shows are of 2023 in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.